9-0 for Neil Allport. Doesn't look too worried about it. Neil Allport, it's a fairly respectable time and certainly will get him through to the round of 16 unless we have some magnificent performances from the people down the way. Barry Robinson on the line now in the 2.3 HS Chevette. He was third fastest yesterday. He had 1:9:02. And we've said it a number of times, but very fast downhill, these Chevettes.
Yes, they suffer a bit from traction up the hill, but downhill with the motor over the front wheels, they really get a good braking effect and positive handling.
Barry Robinson, very much a competitor and very good at this kind of event. In normal circumstances, a rally driver only sees a road once, whereas a circuit driver tries to get quicker each time. And Barry Robinson's one of the few rally drivers who's been able to foot it with the top circuit drivers, but he's far too wide on the line there, I think, Mike.
Yes, he had the tail around a bit there. It might have cost him half a second. Nice tight line around that top corner. That was much better than Neil Allport did in the previous run.
Well, it really hasn't cost him much at all. 42 odd to the top. That's a very good split time.
Now, with the performance downhill we expect of him,
yeah,
should be a very competitive time.
I'm surprised. When you consider how wide he had the tail on the way up, I thought he'd have lost time, and the split was very good. Third fastest qualifier yesterday with 1:9:02.
He's really putting it in. 1:7:91.
I don't know if we can believe that or not. 1:7:91 is phenomenal, the fastest time we've had so far. Barry Robinson.
Barry's got his tyres, two spare tyres on the back of this car today. Yesterday he was running them without spares. He's trying to keep the weight down. But I think that it suffered in the traction department by removing the weight from the rear of the car.
The time is officially confirmed as 7:93. It's the quickest time we've had so far. I think there were a lot of people, Mike, yesterday wondering if we were going to get anywhere near the 1647 that's Reg Cook's record from last year. I think we're going to be under it.
I think so. I would think we'd be in the 5s or even maybe down into the high 4s.
And as Mark Jennings takes the start line, we've had another theory disproved as well, which I'll explain in a moment. Mark Jennings yesterday was 11th fastest qualifier with 1:11.79, and that really puts paid to the theories watching Barry Robinson up that hill that straight lines are inevitably the quickest.
Certainly it hasn't proved that way today.
If you have a look at Reg Cook on this circuit, there's virtually no tail slide anywhere, almost straight lines in every piece of road, very, very accurate. Barry Robinson was doing precisely the opposite and still came up with a faster time. Mark Jennings' last split time was 44.49, so it's on the uphill piece that he's losing time. You need to be around 42 somewhere to be competitive with times on the split.
I think Barry's entry and exit from that top hairpin picked him up some time, Tony, on that previous run.
Yeah, 43. He's improved on the split, and he's very fast downhill, considering he crashed very badly here 3 years ago.
He was on this corner here too.
On that corner. It's amazing that he has the confidence to get down here as quickly as he does. That's going to be another good one. That's an improvement for him. 1:10.66, and he had 1:11.79 yesterday. 10.66, so everybody's coming down. Oh, I think we're going to get cramped up in about the first 10 places there with times.
If you miss a gear change, you're going to go down 2 places, I think, Tony.
On the line now.
Now Max has told me that he's going to try a new technique getting away from the line. He normally just idles away from the line. This time he's going to give it a bit more gun.
He was 13th fastest yesterday with 1:12.08. Now Max Irwin has been coming to this event every year, and he always ends up at least in the final 8, usually in the final 4. So he's going to have to drag time off. But he has a real handful with this car on the way down, doesn't he?
Oh, certainly has.
Have that pendulum effect because of the weight in this car and a lot of horsepower. You get a pendulum effect if you get one corner wrong, then those thereafter become worse. He had a split time of 45, 45.42. See if he can improve on that. 13th fastest yesterday. Yep, he's taken time off on the split. He's a good second up.
He's using A2 tyres too, Tony, whereas yesterday he was on the M&S.
And one run yesterday was on ball tyres. Very nearly.
Taking a shortcut there.
This is the place on the circuit where Max Irwin has the trouble. See, that's very, very scary. And he's not the sort of fellow that scares easily, is he, if you watch the way he drives? 1916, a good improvement. Oh, that's a good time for Max Irwin, 1916, so everybody's coming down.
This is the last chance that these drivers are going to get to experiment with their cars. Whatever they decide this time, they'll be stuck with for the rest of the day. So.